Fred Williams XL Prime, this one just takes some prep work in order for it to work smoothly. What's the average golf score by group and player? We have to define this. And that means we have to input it ourselves. You can set this up any way you want. Make sure it's consistent. In other words, if you have scores or age groups, make sure it's consistent. Otherwise, it's not going to fly, because we're going to group these. Here we have 12 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. Okay, let's say it's an age group. That's fine. Then we have this male-female deal. It's consistent. You're going to see, and this is just made up. And the scores are probably F9. All right, so they change. This is part one. This is critical that you structure this correctly. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to put these in any kind of logical sense. We just put these in groups. Here we have our 5 groups. We're just going to use unique. We're going to use this average ifs, and we know how to do this. Average if, like sum ifs and count ifs, is multiple criteria. And it's a piece of cake. We have our array. We have a range here, which is going to be, look at our golf score, D5 to D34. It's our output. What's our criteria? We have group. So we have B5 to B34. We have group. What's our other criteria? It's going to be male and female. We have to recognize this thing as former table. Now keep in mind, you see this pound sign? That it forces a spill. Some people out there are going to say it only works with tables. No. This is a static environment here. This is not a table. And it works. What it does here, notice we have this average range, golf 162, and that's our average range, and we have this criteria. We have this criteria, which is group B5. Our second criteria, male. Then we have player, which is going to be this group here, player 162, C5 to C34, based off of G4. Notice here that if we insert these pounds, because this format and the spill feature, this is going to copy over. It's going to pick up this female criteria, and it's going to do the same thing. Now, if we don't have this, we remove, see what happens? What do we have to do? We're going to have to copy right and then copy down. Copy right. I think our references are going to blow up here. We have F5. See how many the extra steps we're going to have to do? We're going to have to put absolute value there, F4, and then absolute value here, F4, F4. Now, what's important here, if you don't put those pound signs in, is your mixed references. Keep in mind, what are we doing? We need this to switch to female if we copy right, and it needs to stay as female as we copy down. Male, same thing, but then when we copy down, we want to make sure that we pick up the age groups, okay? So we have F5. You notice how we have the reference here. So we can copy right, we can copy down, and we should pick up, copy down. We should pick up F6, and we should still be in G4. We copy right, and this is what absolute and relative references, why it's so important to have a strong understanding. And trust me, I always screw up here. I'm copying right. F5 did not move, but now we have H4. We copy this down, control down. We should still be in H4. We're in F6. So everything matches up. Control down. That's the hard way to do it. Your choice. I kind of like the pound sign, but it's sort of, you're facing something different. You're going to kind of balk at making those changes. If you like this old style, then knock yourself out. But let's go back to this, the original. It does it in a flash. Fred Williams XL Prime, thanks for watching.